Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Satisfactory, and for today we are going to build a lot. Or at least I'm hoping so, because I want to reset up our entire steel factory, build a few products we haven't done before, like the encased beams, maybe some stators, rotors, motors, anything we can think of that can be made in that corner, and of course the quick wire where I'm standing right now. But before we do that, we want to unlock some more stuff. So I've put a smelter on the line just so we can smelt some into Caterium ingots and research them for the quick wire stage.
Research completed. Quickwire recipe unlocked. New Caterium research available.
And now we want to have a quick build for a bunch of quick wire so we can unlock the next step. Because preferably I want to unlock whatever is down here. And I think it has to be with the smart splitter, but it's been too long, we have to unlock it just to make sure. So first, 100 quick wire, and then put it in here in Caterium electronics and see which three are going to be unlocked and which one we actually can right now and which one we need to wait for. 35. We do have to, let's just put here, I take the 40, and then once it's full we'll have 100, which would be enough for that. Well, that didn't take too long. Next unlock.
New Caterium research options available. Congratulations on finding this metal. Many Fix-It initiatives will benefit from Caterium's applicability in advanced engineering. Also, it is probably not sentient, and so unlikely to feel pain as we exploit it.
Yeah, the only question is, what will we need for an AI limiter? And to know that, we have to unlock it. So we see here 500 to unlock those two. So let's put a box at the end of this, which of course we will remove. Oh, that's not what I wanted to click on. Once we start moving everything up front. This is just that it keeps on running beyond the 100 it can take here. Because I want that smart splitter, because that would be like a linchpin in our factory. Because everything that's being made and everything that is full can then be pushing the rest that's left into a splitter for points, and we want that. And right here I already made a small little square. This is where I want my Caterium to be processed and work with. And I want the entire line to be processed in the quick wire. What we do with the quick wire, that's the next question. That's definitely the next question. So for now, let's start what I said before. Let's start removing everything up here. Beast hasn't come back yet. Because within these boxes we should have enough resources to last ourselves a while. At least long enough until we rebuild all of this into what we want it for. Because right now it's not doing anything because these two boxes are full. So if we place these two boxes, including this one that is full, well, almost full, of the SAM, we can put the 3 boxes here, delete everything, and start building our factory, determining where are we going to start, and then build from there. Checking our recipes, because we got a few alternatives that we definitely would like to use. Well, at least I would definitely like to use. Steel beam, we're just going to build the standard one, maybe. Ah, here it is. Yeah, the encased industrial beam. We want to make that, but we want to go with the alternative, because pipes are easier to make, in my opinion. So that would be a much more faster process. And do we have... Yes, we do have an alternative. And what I want to do, I want to go also hunt in a little bit a few more hard drives. Because I know there is also a wire recipe with quick wire. Or at least Caterium. So if we have that, that would fit perfectly with what we have coming in there from there. And then we can make all of those together too. So for now, let's empty this spot, put the 3 boxes here, and get ready to start building. Alright, so the factory floors have been cleared and everything has been put in their rightful boxes. So let's unlock the next few things. The air limiter.
Research completed. AI limiter recipe unlocked. New Caterium research available.
Very nice. And this is what we want to have being made. But like I was wondering before, what do we need to make that? While we're here, see if we can... Whoa! Yep, still getting used to these legs. So it's just plating and Caterium. It's actually not that bad. We can do that. Let's make a quick 10. So we have our smart... You know what? Make all the 20. Because that means if we can then unlock the smart splitter, which will probably use a combination of the 3 objects, then we can use them already in our new factory. And that would be awesome. Alright. I love my new legs. I do.
Smart splitter unlocked. The smart splitter offers advanced settings that can improve conveyor belt logistics.
It most definitely can. Alright, well, those are things we have, so we can make 10 smart splitters as we speak. Awesome, that will definitely get us started, and we can definitely make that. So, what we want to have the Caterium all the way up to the front, being smelted, and the recipe for the AI splitter. Should just check before I destroyed everything. Is actually the quick wire. So still no reason to cut down on producing everything into quick wire. And then part of it can be stored, part of it can be used for making AI limiters, and the rest we can just sink ever the hell we want until we need more. Good. I think this is the perfect time for us to put some hard drives in as well, to see if we can learn those other recipes that I know are out there. We have to be a little bit lucky, but I think we can help that on a little bit. So this will take it all the way to the middle. Nope. I still turned on whether I like the curve one as well or not. But yes, I want it a little bit to the side. How far to the side did I actually do it? Just to be sure, right in the middle. Okay, so there is room for a wall on the side. Good. Not that I'm going to wall this entire place off, I just want to have that option. And the rest is open, so we could actually walk here as well without tripping all over ourselves. Alright, I see teeth. There you are. on. I've had so much issues lately. Yes, you're no bees, so I'm not gonna be impressed by you two. And every meat you drop, we can process later on into pure points and resources. Alright, let's go. Cool. All the way down. So we have here our smelters. This is where it needs to go to. So what do we want to use to enter the building? Because there is something I do want to test out. Because we have like full frame windows. I'm just going to do this as a test. Because now that we have made the option for conveyor... Beautiful. Does it actually work? No reason not to. We can make conveyor holes through glass windows. That's very, very awesome. Because like I said, I like glass to be worked into my building, but I was always bound by the fact that I had to use walls to have conveyor hole on it. Now that we can make them ourselves into any, well, let's say subject, then that is just perfection. Because then I can just use concrete on the corners, build them up and put glass all the way through in the middle. And then here we can just push them through a glass wall. Have a, I don't know, some like a door here on the corner. Because we know that we have this over here towards the concrete. And let's just say that if this is a smelter for Caterium, we have 45. We have there 240 coming. So if we say 240 divided by 45, 5.3, we can have at least 5 smelters working for us. Yes, but we do have to keep you the right side around. And then if we make a secondary level on, oh, this is just 4. Will another one fit? No. We can do it differently. And then we'll leave a path in the middle open, where we can leave 2 more smelters. Need to see how we can plant that. Making sure that there's enough room to put a merger in the middle, but also enough room for the lines to go back at the end of themselves. And we have 5.3, so a little bit more than 5. So this is nicely in the middle. Not perfectly. Just want a little bit of symmetry to the whole thing. Wait. What we can do. That way we can have it come in here, right in the middle, and it can push through all here, split to those two, and when in the middle they can come back together and go upstairs where they can be processed into Quickwire and all the other products. Nice. I think we have an idea forming here. Very good. Let's place our windows. I'm gonna say at least 3 for now. Good. Let's have our first splitter here. He still made works like this, and this is not too tight. It's a slightly tight, but I'll allow it. Let's make sure that this is as much in the middle as we can. So it's not too tight here either. Awesome. That all really works. So let's see, was I right with saying, oh, that we need at least 3 levels up? Really now. I think so. Yeah, because there is gonna come smoke out of this, and with this little bit of extra room, we might be able to make sure the smoke doesn't get anywhere. It does mean that it is a bit of a tight squeeze, but I think we can work with that. Because we know that we want to have a part of this going into boxes, and a part of it we want to go to another factory where we can make AI limiters, and for that we need copper, which is somewhere on the grounds of that foundation. So in that way we should be able to get something out of there. Alright. It's getting dark out here. Let's see, let's make a architecture point to the top so we can go there. Good. So this should be enough. Well, we'll have to see. If we need more room, we make more room. Because what we wanted, I wanted at least this path clear. So we have a building where we can go next to, then we can walk forward past the constructor, which we're gonna rebuild in a little bit. But it didn't say anything that we couldn't build over it, like having a tunnel between two buildings where the production line goes to another part of the factory. So yes. Alright, so let's make a hole for some light. Alright, so this is where they all come out. And we have 4 here and 2 here, that's 6. So it means we have to have a couple of them going all the way to the top. So we have, let's just say, 15 Caterium per machine. And preferably we'll pump up the miner to give us just enough to fill all of these. So that means we have 6 times 15 is 90 coming out. So if we place a constructor with a quick wire, it's 12. Damn, just a little ingot for so much quick wire. Damn, we're gonna have so much quick wire. Now I really want to have some alternative recipes that we can play around with then. Meaning, that's if we keep it simple, maybe if we lower the production of the smelters to convey the 12 that we need in the constructors, how much will we then be making? Because if we put this to 12, then we're making 36. So 36 times 216. So we'll be underproducing a little bit, but it will fit with all the constructors that we're having. But if we say we have times 15 times 6, that's 90 divided by 12 is 7.5 machine. There's a lot of constructors. So how many can we fit up there? I mean, like, fit up here comfortably. This is just a fitting. Because we need to have room not only for the machine, but also for the feet to come up there. So we need like 1.5 tile. At least. And if we put them next to each other, we can do 2, and if we do 1 line over, we would have 3. So that means we have 6 if we have 2 lines of constructors. Well, we make enough for 7.5. If we have 12 as an end result, we'll make 72. That we can do. So if we lower the production, we'll have like Caterium ore left, but it will fit the production. So we'll be smelting enough for the constructors, and it will be going on board smoothly. And then later, with a little bit extra, we can see what we want to do with that. So we already know that we're gonna have a thing overhead. I'll remove the little thing so nobody trips over it when we're building. Alright, but we already know that we wanna get everything in from the middle. And And then we have a little bit on the side to guide everything to where we want it to be. Yes, I know it's clipping. Alright. So now we need to have a point of entry that doesn't interfere with the machine from beneath, but it's also in the middle where everything comes out. So what I'm thinking is we're gonna have 2 holes here where they come in, 1 for each side. We have to divide that in the bottom how we want to do that, and then when it comes out, it'll come out this way and it will go out of the factory here. And the storage for the Caterium wire will be in the direction where we're going to make our AI limiters. Yes, yes, yes. The idea is forming, and I think it should technically work. So far. So this will be a merger. And yes, I do need to find a way to clean this mess up downstairs. And it should be wide enough from each other that it doesn't interfere. And nope. Nope, 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 nope. This is a splitter, and it needs to be the other way around because that's where it's coming out from. And this is the reason why I love recording sometimes, because yes, I speak my thoughts loud so that you can follow what I'm doing, but it also lets me think of, is what I'm saying actually logical? Does it actually work? And most of the time our brain thinks not as comprehensively as it should be sometimes. Alright, so let's put the elevator here. Awesome, really good. So this here is right on the money. And right here I'm gonna have a merger for both lines straight in the middle. Then this line comes in here. Our line comes out from the side, back to the middle, and out of the building. Yes, 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 that should work. That should definitely work. Alright, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play around. I think you see the vision that I'm having right here. So I'm gonna connect all the belts up and try to find the right way to get here, because it needs to be morning, because I can do this and I can see that. So we just have to see if we can make that work. Like combining the lines and then sending them up the wall into these holes. Shouldn't be as much as a problem as it should be. And then we're gonna put some walls around it and close it off and see how it looks like. And yes, it will be a little bit basic right now, but we will revamp the outer walls as we're playing around, because to be all perfectly honest, I also want a way, like, not only into this smelter area, I also want a bit that goes up to the construction area, that we can actually check up on things. Like we are a walker in this factory. So we have to think on how we want to do that. And like I said, we'll figure it out. Alright, I will see you all in a little bit. Alright, and we're back, and I've played around a little with the building and how to construct it all together. The most important thing I think what I like is the sides there. It's different. It's like a pillar wrapped in the corner just to make the shape out a little bit different. I like that. Other than that, I wired everything up, so everything is working and producing the quick wire. I also processed 2 hard drives. And in the process, I found something that will change the entire thing of my factory. So let's go to that first, shall we? Because the 2 things that I found that were useful: 1, 6 inventory slots. That will definitely help when we're out there gathering stuff and building stuff. So like, well, let's add that to the list. And then with the second one, I saw this Caterium wire, and I thought that's extremely useful because we have 2 recipes that uses wire in it, and with the Caterium we have easier way then to make those. So basically what this means is that our quick wire factory will become a wire factory, making quick wire on one side, Caterium wire at the other. That way we can use it for other recipes as well. So I wanted to have that. But as you can already imagine, that gives me the small problem that I made my factory entirely working on quick wire. So now we need to balance it into another setup. And the best thing I could come up with is, instead of having now 6 constructors working on quick wire, changing to Caterium wire instead. So if you make it into this, means that we'll get 120 per minute, and that means that if we do that 4 on 2, we will have evenly balanced 240 quick wire and 240 Caterium wire. And of course we will get the quick wire in our inventory, because it has to go somewhere, and we do not waste. So that's the front 2. Having said that, is it maybe better to have the back 2 being Caterium wire? That way we can closely go around, attaching it to the other one. Or what we could do is that the Caterium come in here. Invalid shape. Come on, you said it was yellow, so that should have worked. Yeah, it's alright. And then what we could do, and then make the Caterium wire go on top, and then above it, out of the building, but how high will we need to have it? And I'm only building it just for an indicator on how high the pole needs to be. Yeah, I think that should work. And this, we can just keep it straight. We don't have to make it go too weird. Alright, that's perfect. Alright. And if we put this together onto this, all the way to the top. Now I would love to have it above one another. Can we do that? I need to mess up the idea with. Oh wait, need to make sure that the direction is okay. And then the straight one should then make it on top of each other. The thing is, I think it would look a little bit more beautiful if it's aligned. Now by removing this, no one will know that these are two lines. Ah, perfect. And now we have a fire factory with both being made. I like that. And let's look at the building from the other side. Like now with those two gigantic pillars as a visual aspect to the side, I think the building looks quite nice actually, with the grass next to it as well. I think I will do that in the end. Like I have a lot of foundations everywhere, but in the end I will remove the foundation that are there unnecessarily, just to go back to nature in the end. I think that will work really well together. And this is just one of the different shapes I want to use just to create our buildings. Just to make it more interesting. Awesome. And yes, I made a path here so we can walk through it. And then again, like one little line. I was also thinking about maybe getting the both of the lines through there in order just to make it more of a useful thing instead of just a overhead. Because the only thing it's overhead is because of those two lines over there. Else it would have been entirely close. And I didn't want to try and blow up this gigantic rock because it's just too beautiful. Alright, so that factory is at least producing what we want. We just now need to carry it somewhere. And I have been thinking about that. I didn't think there was going to be enough room to make the factory bigger with store boxes over there. And then I thought, we're going to make multiple factories here at this location producing what we want. Why don't we let every product being made here go into one little storage area? And that's why I made this little area. I think if we put all the boxes over here, I think that would be very, very nice. Meaning that we'll have one block on the side as for storages, for the conveyor belts, for the storages. So it means over here. And let's put them all in the corner so we have enough room also to walk past it. But how many products are we going to be making? We're going to have the quick wire, Caterium wire, both steel products. We have the rotors, motors, and maybe even stators. That's 5. Then encased beam is 6. Then we have the SAM ore products. So let's just say 8. I think that should be dual actually. Like I was thinking about making a storage with room on both sides. Why don't we just make one with just on one side? Then we can move this to the side, and of course, the first time you place it, it's right over the line. Work. Because if we only have one side of storages, you could make it a little bit more visually appealing as well. Because ideally we want to make this so that we have gigantic boxes filling it with product. And then on top we have the dimensional box. Right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8. And then we have 2 extra, just in case I miscalculated and we have more things to make. And then we have one entire line where we can pick up our product all the way in one location. We don't have to run through the entire factory, we can just come here and pick this up. And if we have all dimensional boxes on top of there, then eventually that will work. That means that we have to make sure that we have room to do so. So now the entrance is on this side. Okay, so if we want to go into dimensional boxes, it will have to go from here. So it goes out from here and the top from there. Okay, so we can work around that. And I think if we can make like a little box around it that will work into the ceiling, I think that should be able to work. And then we can just pick it up here. We need to like sign on top of it for this, like this is this product if you wanted it. Alright. Alright, we got a general idea what we want to. No, let's just make it simple and get that line over here. Yeah, we will have to see if I now have a floor like here from this building all the way over to the platforms. I will have to see if I want to make it a fully foundationed one, or if I want to make like a pillar here and there just with something to hold them up and the rest just floating through the sky. And then we would be able to use this all the way through. I have to think about that. I think for now we can just use it this way. Alright, I was waiting why you wouldn't come. I didn't connect it properly. Is that the proper height? Yes, that's the perfect height for it. Yeah, and then because this is the back end, we can put it in on the low end or the high end. It does not matter. Good. And the thing is, yes, I'm putting it into the back of our storage facility. We do need to tap it eventually. Because yes, it goes into storage where we can take it, but it will also be used in the factories as a resource. Gotta keep that in mind as well. But for now, let's just connect it all the way to the factory. I mean to the storage. Now that it's already going there, it can work. Because in the end, the other thing we need... Oh, this is too far. We need something in the middle. And of course, you would not do that. Let's see if that works. Oh, what the hell? Right. Yeah, right now, because we are just fully storing it. Those boxes is gonna be very full very quickly. Awesome. And now that there's plenty of room between two lines, we can also just easily split it off into a factory or into a sink if we wanted to. The stacks are being filled so quickly. Nice. And because we are putting Caterium wire here in the box, if we put dimensional on here at this time, we can just ignore it from the other side as a storage possibility and just use it straight away into our product. Because yes, we can have multiple dimensional boxes working together, filling it up, and I think that would make it quicker. It's not absolutely 100% necessary. Good. Alright, I think that's it for today. Our wire factory is now fully complete. I still need to complete the outer shell, but there are some shop items that I want to use, like I had a big pillar in the back. I think if we can buy the smaller pillars, we can use it in the corner here as well, having a big in the back, small in the front, and I think that would work well, pretty well together. but we have to see until we have enough points through this thing to complete that. But I think you can see the vision of that building. I think I like it so far. So that's really good. So on the next one, well, we're gonna build our next factory, and we're gonna start thinking about do we want this platform here the entire time? Do we want to remove that and use these holders all the way to the ground to a lower platform, so it goes way up in the sky, and there's enough room on the bottom that whatever we want can go underneath it, like a road for a buggy or maybe even a train later on, just to let my thoughts go everywhere. So what are we going to build on the next one? Well, we have some concrete there, we have 2 ore nodes here, and we got there our coal coming in. I think basic steel products will be our next one. So for now, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are, and if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time. So until then, bye bye.